guests and members. I'd like to start my speech by asking you a question. What's the most important thing to you in your life? Is it your car, your pet, your favorite shoes? Chris, what's the most important?
My daughter.
Your daughter. Okay, for me, I don't have a daughter that I know of anyway. But for me, the most important thing is time. Time is, for me, it's constantly running out. I'm limited. And I feel like whatever I do, I don't have time to do the things I want to do. I don't have time to socialize, to meet the people I want to meet, to learn a new language. There's so many things I want to do, but I just feel like I'm running out of time. So for me, that's the most precious thing. But traditionally speaking, time is linear. It goes one directional. We can't get it back. But just because we can't get back time doesn't mean we can't create more time for us. So I want to tell you 2 ways in which you can actually create more time for yourself. The first way I believe you can create time is by something called residual income or passive income. If we look at our day, a 24-hour day, what do we spend most of our time doing? It's either sleeping or working. Now I'm a big fan of sleeping, so I don't want to give up that side of my day. But working, if you're lucky enough, you work in a place that you're passionate about. You'll be in a career that you're passionate about and it's enjoyable. So for those people who are lucky enough to be in that position, my first point may not be as poignant or may not sink in as much as others. Well, others in society are working as a means to an end. They may not be working for the passion of it. Low-skilled workers, people in manual labor jobs, for them it's just a means to an end. It's just a way to gain income. So how do we gain that income without substituting more time? Because at the end of the day, we're giving up a lot of our valuable time in order to get that income. So passive income, if you don't know, is a way of getting income without substituting that time. It's an initial investment you make. Now, there's many ways you can have passive income. Property, for example, investments, other forms of financial instruments that you could use. The topic is vast and I would like to speak about that more in another speech. But for now, that's just an idea. And I'm not encouraging idleness, or I'm not encouraging the lack of work. Working is good. At the end of the day, we all have to work. A nurse has to work, a doctor has to work. So working is good. I'm not encouraging laziness. I'm just saying, how do you get the most efficient use of your own time and get the amount of money you require to enjoy yourself? So, as I said before, that point is only valid for people who do not enjoy their work, or people who have the initial capital to make that investment, or the financial knowledge to make that investment. So I've got a second point that we can all use to create more time and effectively use our time. For that, you have to understand what time actually is. Time is actually a perception in your mind. Some people view time quicker than others. If you're like me, I'm a time-scarce person. I constantly feel like there's not enough time to do things. There's people that are much more relaxed. They're time-abundant people. They feel like there's a lot of time in the world to do things. They manage to fit in a lot in their day. So the question is, how do we become time-abundant rather than time-scarce? And that's when it really comes into play, when you have to think about time itself. And research shows that the more information you take in, or the more new information you take in, your brain takes longer to process. And as your brain takes longer to process, you perceive time to go slower. Whereas when you're in a pattern of routine, and you're not taking in any new information, you're just constantly taking the same information day in, day out, what happens is your brain acts quicker, and it perceives time quicker. So one way in which you can slow down time and effectively create more time is by learning new things and taking more and more information in. So this is a bit of a cheat because you're actually not creating time, you're slowing down time, you're perceiving time slower. But it's just a point out there. So I want you all to experiment when you go home. Find out what kind of person you are. there's a good experiment you can do. Close your eyes and count to 2 minutes or 120 seconds. If you open your eyes before the 120 seconds are up, obviously time yourself as well, but don't look. And if you open your eyes before 120 seconds, it means you perceive time to be a bit more quicker than other people. If you open your eyes after 120 seconds, then it obviously means that you perceive time to be slower. So my point is that if you want to encourage the slowness of time, then actively take in more information, do new things, experience new, learn new things, and experience new things. And that way you can actually slow down time and take in more. As for me, my time's up.